In a city council meeting last night, Jacksonville Beach officials said they are checking in with aging buildings to make sure that they have been inspected on schedule. News for Jax reporter Joe McLean is live from Jax Beach tonight. In my limited research, Joe, I was only aware that Miami-Dade and Broward counties require that 40-year building inspection. Is this a statewide requirement or only those two counties?
That's been a source of a little bit of confusion on our end, and it sounds like on the city's end. Take a listen to part of the meeting from last night's board meeting, in which City Manager Mike Stefopoulos spoke about this subject when it was brought up.
But I did get a chance to talk to the fire marshal, and the fire marshal had made a point of going out and talking to the buildings that met the criteria of requirement for a structural analysis within the 40-year window. So he's already taken it upon himself to go knock on the doors of each of those buildings and say, hey, if you're over 40, you have to have the report.
So the city manager later clarified that 40-year inspection, that reinspection rule, that timeline that he was saying, that is not in the Florida Building Code. It's not law here. That's exclusive to Broward and Miami-Dade counties. The Florida Building Code requires buildings that are taller than 75 feet, like the one behind me, to be inspected, get a structural evaluation when there's major renovations planned. That's the only requirement as of right now. But there soon could be new federal and state rules about how these types of buildings are inspected. 6 days after the partial collapse of a high-rise building in Surfside, Miami-Dade County officials already dispatched building inspectors to check similar structures, according to the Miami Herald. But as Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz said, oceanfront high-rise buildings aren't exclusive to South Florida.
We have, as we've said, structures like this all the way up the coastline, of the United States.
Here in Duval County, 5 residential buildings are over 100 feet tall and more than 30 years old. Pelican Point, Pablo Towers, the Waterford, Ocean 14, and Seascape. We showed you the ongoing renovation work at Ocean 14, and today we learned Pablo Towers, a 48-year-old apartment building, was last inspected in 2014 and passed with a 99 out of 100, according to the building's management. The remaining 3 Jax Beach high-rises are managed by First Residential Services, which has not yet returned our multiple calls and emails. While Broward and Miami-Dade counties have rules requiring buildings to be inspected after 40 years and then every 10 years after that, a search through Florida's building code did not reveal any such rule on a statewide level. However, Wasserman Schultz hinted at some potential federal legislation to get the National Institute of Standards and Technology involved.
What NIST will be able to help do is they're a fact-finding, not a fault-finding agency, and a long-term investigation of theirs would give us a chance, for me, as a member of Congress, to be able to to adopt changes in federal law that will help them make sure that when structures are built, that something like this could never happen again.
Today, a representative from the city of Jacksonville Beach said that we would be getting some more clarification, some more information about this by the end of the day. We'll let you know when that information comes through. Reporting live, I'm Joe McLean, Channel 4, the local station.